Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the backstory. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the previous video, we talked about Rigathi Gachagua threatening to file a petition to evict Judge Esther Maina. But now, during the same function that the president attended yesterday in Iten, it was a church service, there are two legislators from Rift Valley, that is Senator Aaron Cheruiyot and Senator CHERARGEI, who also talked about the schemes that they have against the judiciary. The two schemes that were highlighted by the two senators, for me, I consider them as the most dangerous schemes against the judiciary. I want you to listen in.
Ya mwisho kwa mambo ya judiciary. Your Excellency, nilikuambia juzi usikubali mtu ajaribu kuandika manifesto ile uliuzia hawa wakakupea kura, na hiyo ina include mahakama. Mimi niko na very simple proposal. Hawa wananchi wanataka basari, barabara na mambo ingine. Your Excellency, hiyo pesa ya 23 billion unapea judiciary, kata nusu tuweke basari, tuweke barabara. Nimesikia wabunge wanaomba kata nusu tuwepe hawa mama diapers kwa sababu umemfungua mother and baby. Excellency, mimi ni member ya LSK, but I want to assure you kuna uchaguzi ya LSK inafanyika very soon. Tutasafisha hiyo nyumba kwa sababu kuna uchafu. Tutachagua wale watasimama na agenda yako. Wale walifanya maandamano hatuwajui, because hawa ni extension na appendix ya wale ambao wanapinga serikali yako, Your Excellency.
Judge mmoja tu hivi anaambia rais na nyinyi wote ati tunyamaze na tuzidi kuteseka. Sasa mimi nataka niwaulize tukiwa hapa Iten, majaji kama hao ni wakora ama sio wakora? Si hao ni wakora? Na ndio rais amesema, hajasema tupigane na judiciary, amesema tupigane na wakora. Mimi sijui wale wanapiga kelele kwa nini? Wanapiga kelele kwa sababu wanajua hao ndio wakora. And that is not intimidation. Watu wasituambia we are intimidating the judiciary. We are just being fair and critical.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, those are two senators from Rift Valley, Senator CHERARGEI and Senator Aaron Cheruiyot. You know, Senator Cheruiyot is not just a local senator. If you hear Cheruiyot speak, that is something that has been either discussed by the elites surrounding William Ruto. And whatever comes from Cheruiyot is something which is taken heavily by the, what we'd call the kitchen cabinet of William Ruto. So two things that have come out in Senator CHERARGEI's speech. One is the fact that CHERARGEI is talking about, is asking the president to cut the budgetary allocation of the judiciary and give it to them so that they can use it for bursary. You might take that lightly, but that is a threat that, if implemented, can kind of paralyze the operation of the judiciary. Remember, judiciary is supposed to be an independent arm of government. Independent in its operation, independent in its function, independent in the way it makes decisions. But another key component of independence of the judiciary is independence in terms of finance, whereby their budget or budgetary allocation should be anchored in law in such a way that that money is not used by the executive to be dangled as a carrot to the judiciary, in such a way that they are told that if you do or make rulings that are favorable to us, then we'll give you money. If you don't, then we will cut down on your expenditure. Because look at it, that we have made strides in the infrastructural development of the judiciary, the infrastructural expansion of the judiciary. There are so many courts that have been done all over the country. Infrastructure-wise, when it comes to ICT and all that, we've made strides and we've improved up to a point that if the budgetary allocation to the judiciary is kind of cut, then it means one, new employment of new members of the judicial service will be hampered. Then secondly, smooth operations within the judiciary will also be hampered. Employment of new judicial officers like clerks, judges, and all that will also be hit. So what does that mean? It means that the backlog of cases that Kenyans have been crying about will still increase. And as they say, that justice delayed is justice denied. So in all this will affect the whole operation of the judiciary. But I don't think we need to get to that point whereby the executive uses this to dangle a carrot to the judiciary. This is something that our legislators, that is the members of parliament, should legislate and anchor this in law in such a way that the budget of the judiciary is known upfront, that this is what is allocated to the judiciary, so that when we are working on our budget, it is known. But whatever Cheruiyot is talking about, if it is implemented, you remember what Sholei talked about last time in Eldoret when she was given an opportunity to address the president. He told them that she was not going to fail the president when tackling issues to do with the judiciary. So to me, I think these are some of the things that William Ruto's kitchen cabinet are looking at, so that they can put pressure on the judges, and more so on the president of the judiciary, who is Martha Koome, to talk or try and put pressure on the judges to make favorable judgments towards the executive. And more specifically is the issue of the housing levy and the universal health care, which William Ruto believes are pet projects for his presidency. So that is one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whatever the second issue here that CHERARGEI is talking about is about the LSK elections. LSK elections are scheduled to be conducted in some months' time, and William Ruto's administration or his kitchen cabinet are closely monitoring what is going to happen during the LSK elections. According to the plan, according to what the CHERARGEI has talked about, William Ruto and his kitchen cabinet or his handlers are working on a plan of replacing the LSK chair and getting someone who is favorable or who can make decisions that are favorable to the administration. And that is why he's talked about it. So, because to them, the LSK chair made a wrong decision in mobilizing the members of the Law Society of Kenya to come out in large numbers and demonstrate against the president. So to them, they would have rather have someone who can be tamed, or someone who will make decisions that are favorable to the administration, someone who will not call out the wrongs that they're doing to Kenyans. Because the hit right now is on the Kenya Kwanza administration. And if you remember, last week, the Deputy Speaker, who is Madam Sholei, talked about them, in quotes, not letting President William Ruto down when it comes to handling matters to do with the judiciary. So I think these are schemes that have been hatched by the kitchen cabinet or William Ruto's handlers so as to tame the judiciary. You know, even in the JSC, eventually, from this analysis, eventually, I think William Ruto will have his people, or he will have his way by having his people in the JSC. Because just last week, Anna Amadi, who has been the secretary or the registrar, left JSC and she's supposed to be replaced. So eventually William Ruto will get someone who is pro the system. So he will have captured the judiciary in a very soft and subtle way. So those are the schemes that I believe the Kenya Kwanza administration is planning to effect so as to tame the judiciary. One, just as CHERARGEI said, is looking at the budgetary cuts, which will have a very, very negative effect on Kenyans, not only on the judiciary, but on Kenyans as well. Then the second one is looking at ways in which they can tame the Law Society of Kenya by replacing the officials with members who are friendly to the administration, so that whatever pronouncements William Ruto's government will make, or whatever policies, however unconstitutional they might be, they will have to be passed and shoved down Kenyans' throats. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us today. If you have any feedback, you can comment on the video down below so that we can take up this conversation next time. But for today, that is all from us. If you're new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Until next time, bye-bye.